morning, good evening, good afternoon. As always, welcome to Meditation Mondays. My name is Rev Rich, and I'm so grateful for you to be here to join me today. Again, our videos have been a little bit sporadic only because, I've been going through a lot of things going on. So, again, very grateful you're here. Make sure you like, share, and even hit that bell so that you're always notified when a video drops. So, the last couple of weeks, I've been dealing with submitting my information or my test for a bachelor's degree in metaphysical science, and I'm waiting for the results of that. I'm also, started working for Unity Worldwide Ministries. I've also been working on these videos, and there's been a lot of things going on. I also work with the Urban Ministerial School, which is the Unity Urban Ministerial School. So a lot of things have come up and become overwhelmed. And then you add the personal things, working on my goals, my personal goals, my personal business, the Reiki business, my wife and her candle business, which you'll see stuff on our website about. So it becomes overwhelming sometimes. And meditation is always the easy answer. But what types of meditation? Well, I was lucky enough to be invited to a meditation. And if you've been around the New Thought arena, whether it's Center for Spiritual Living or Unity or just New Thought in general, you've probably heard the term heart math. In fact, if you happen to have the channel Gaia, they actually have an entire series on what heart math is, how they can measure it, and things like that. So I was able to attend a very short one this week in the helps of self-care, and I wanted to share that with you because you guys know that when I get information, I love to share it with you guys so that you can use it for yourself. So again, if you want to learn a lot more about heart math and you don't have Gaia, you can go to heartmath.com or heartmath.org. They even have a device that, if you want to get really deep into it, that you can wear that measures your heart and your space and all of that that goes along with their meditation. So you can find out a lot more at heartmath.com or to heartmath.org. With that being said, we're going to go over 4 different meditations today, all very short. And again, use this on an ongoing basis. In fact, from what I understand, it's 6 weeks till they feel a full effect on the meditation. So the choice is you can use it when you want. You can try to go for the full 6 week by coming back to the video if you don't take notes and just try it. Now, again, I've done many meditations. This is just another tool in the toolbox that you can use. And again, I bring this to you because if it's something that helps you, then great. And if you share the video, it may help somebody else. So let's start with the first one. It's called the Quick Coherence Technique. And if you've been with me before, I do a video on how to put yourself in a quick meditative state. And that usually involves breathing in for 6, holding for 3, breathing out for 6, and we do that for 3 repetitions, which puts you in a state or what they call a meditative state, which allows you to truly use your affirmations and absorb them. In this case, we're just bringing ourselves to a space in our heart, which allows us to hold on to a certain attitude. So, as we begin, we want to bring our attention to our heart space. And then imagine as you're breathing in, that the flow is going into your heart and out of your heart. And then you're going to breathe a little bit slower and deeper each time. So we're going to breathe in for 5. Breathe out for 5. And you're going to do that a few times until you find that easy rhythm for yourself. And then as we do that a few times, so I'll count us out. We'll do it about, we'll say 5 times. And we'll do in for 2, 3, 4, 5. Breathe out, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, 2, 3, 4, 5. Again, out, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again, 2, 3, 4, 5. And out, 4, 3, 2, 1. Again in, 2, 3, 4, 5. And out, 4, 3, 2, 1. And let's just keep that rhythm of being count in your head or whichever. And now what I want you to do is I want you to activate a positive, renewing feeling. something there you felt love or appreciated, and just breathe into that attitude. So let's just go ahead and do that on our own for a few seconds. Good. So now ask yourself, how did you feel? Bringing that feeling of appreciation or a feeling of love or whatever it is. How did that feel with that breathing? How are you feeling now? So, again, this is something you can do quickly during the day if you ever feel overwhelmed or stressed. Now, the next one that they taught us was called attitude breathing. We use it to shift from, um, as they call it, shift from the left to the right quadrants on your inner weather report. Attitudes create bundles of emotion that can generate emotional undercurrents or background noise that affect our mood swings. The attitude breathing technique can help us to instate replacement attitudes that are more effective and save energy. Practice maintaining your new attitude and perception as you move through your daily interactions. This allows your heart brain communication pathway to release negative emotional patterns stored in your excuse me, amygdala, excuse, ooh, it's one of those days, huh? New perceptions that help us free from that draining emotional memory. So we know that we have emotions that sometimes come up from past traumas or past experiences that you know that your energy will start from here and drop to here. So what we're going to do here is we're going to first observe what we're feeling. Now I know it's a little challenging because we just did the other one if you did it with me. But if you didn't do it with me and you can feel an attitude right now that may not be serving you, let's start there. What are you feeling? Now, what I want you to do is whatever that attitude is, I want you to think of an attitude to replace it with. Whatever the feeling is, it may be again, a time that you felt loved, a time you felt appreciated. And we start with the breathing again. 5 seconds in, 5 seconds out, with that slow breathing. And as you're breathing in, you're going to breathe into that feeling, that loving feeling, that appreciative feeling. And then we're going to anchor it and maintain it. So again, we breathe in, we have, we feel maybe it's anger, maybe it's doubt, it's something. We find that feeling, whether maybe it's you holding a pet, maybe it's you're holding your child, maybe it's just watching your children play. It could be anything. It could be sitting on the surf of a beach and being calm. Then let's continue to just breathe in slowly and then out slowly. And when you breathe in, you're going to breathe into that to that feeling. So if I'm laying on a beach, watching the surf, hearing the water going, and I'm just continuously breathing in. And if you're a visual person like me, you may see that the picture of the beach is getting brighter and it's just replacing all the other attitudes we have. So how does that feel for you? Again, just another technique that you can use to help you in those times where your attitude, or sometimes it's called stinking thinking, needs to be replaced. So there's another technique, and there's this one and one more that were taught to me. This was called the freeze frame technique. So this time what we're going to do is we're going to try to find a solution to something that we may have. So what I want you to do is identify a situation of a problem to be solved. Write down a few words about the situation. So I should have told you, if you have a pen and paper with you, if you have a smartphone with you, if you're on your computer watching this, you can go ahead and type on a notepad. But you want to write down a few words about the situation that you're focusing on, and then write down how you're mentally and emotionally feeling about that situation. So as I shared at the beginning, I'm a little overwhelmed because there's just so much coming at me, and I'm grateful for each and everything. But sometimes when it all starts to come in together and you're expected to fulfill all those things, you feel a little overwhelmed. So I may be looking at that situation and write down that, I'm a bit overwhelmed, a little bit over, very grateful, but maybe overwhelmed. And how I'm feeling mentally is maybe exhausted. Emotionally, I'm happy, but tired. So these are words that I may use. Make sure you're doing your own situation. And you may want to start with something light. Don't bring the heavy stuff in just yet. Then breathe out of your heart, in and out slowly to the count of 5. So let's just take a few here. All right. Now we want to go back, and we want to go back to that feeling we had, that loving feeling, that appreciative feeling, that cosmic hug, we'll say, that makes you feel good. And I want you to begin to visualize or re experience it as you're doing it, just feeling it. We want you to just focus on the feelings, not so much visualization. We want you to really just feel that feeling, whether it was the beach scene, whatever it was for you, just bring that feeling back up. Let's just breathe into that for a few seconds. Now you just want to ask your heart, ask your Christ centered, your intuition, what would be the most effective and efficient attitude, action, or solution to this situation? And then return to your breathing as we continue. So let's just breathe and ask. Just listen for that small, still voice, and I'll go ahead and count out 5 breaths in silence as you focus on your own voice. Now, whatever that response was for you, go ahead and write it down. I'm a firm believer that even if you didn't get a response right now, if you just continue to stay in this attitude, it will come to you, whether it's a sign, some type of synchronicity, um, intuitive idea, maybe even a dream. But when you do hear it and you do write it down, most important, and you've heard this in all my talks, is to take action with it. Don't let the message come through and then you push it off to somebody else. So that's what's important here. And finally, our last technique, and it's called the heart lock in technique. And this one is one that I like to use during most of my meditations as the last step, because what we're doing is we're going to generate that feeling again. We're going to breathe in and out of our heart space. But when we begin to feel that feeling, we're going to radiate it out. And we're going to let it go out and maybe visualize. And I'll walk you through a quick visualization with it, where we may bless our community, bless our family, bless the world. But we bring it from a place of love. So again, focusing on our chest again, we're just going to go ahead and breathe in to our heart space. So again, just keep focus here. And breathe out. And in. And out. In. And out. And bring back that regenerative feeling, whether, like I said, it's love, it's appreciation, whatever it is. Just breathe into your heart space and continue to feel it expand within your body. Now, as you continue to feel that feeling, you should feel your body covered in it. We begin to breathe into that heart space, and now we're going to feel it almost as if we were tapping into what some people call aura or whatever, is that energetic feeling I like to say I feel around me. And with every breath, we just see it continue to expand. And that regenerative feeling is to be going out to our families, our friends, the world. So let's just breathe and do that a few times. I like to visualize the world surrounded in a white light that started from my point. So let's just breathe in a few more times. And remember, with each breath, just see it going out further and even getting brighter if you want to use the light technique. And if you're a feeler, just feel it getting more powerful and going out and energizing everyone in oneness. Just keep breathing through your heart space. And as I said, continue to feel that feeling. Just continue to go out through humanity, through the areas of the planets, and even see it go past the Earth and into our universe, surrounding the sun and the moon and the other planets. You know, the galaxies out there. As always, we don't know what's out there. So we may be blessing other people and other races and life forms. And as we believe in oneness, we know that we all are in this oneness field, this energetic field that flows in and through everyone. And again, even if you feel your mind wandering, just know that you can always return to your heart space and see the breath going in and out. And be gentle with yourself. Again, this is maybe the first time you've heard this. Maybe you're an expert even more than I am. But even no matter what type of meditation, there's always some challenges that may arise, and we just be gentle with ourselves. So let's just go ahead and take that last breath in. Just say thank you that we were allowed to do this together. And we know that what our intentions are have already been done. So we say, so it is, so we let it be. And we end it with an amen. So I hope you got something out of this. Again, if you want to learn more about heart math, you can go to heartmath.org or heartmath.com, and you can find out a lot more there. Again, if you happen to have the Gaia channel, they do have an entire series on it that you can watch and listen to. But again, meditation in whatever form is a wonderful exercise to bring focus, help in health, and healing. And trust me, it's something that even when I fall off, I know I need to go back to. So again, if no one else has told you, I love you. Make sure you check out all our other shows, including Tea Time Truth Talk and Wisdom Wednesday. And I'll see you on the next episode.